Okay, well, welcome to the fun and mentals of real estate. I'm your host, Angela Dillmon, and this is my wealth building partner,
Glen Calvin, Gill Mortgage.
All right.
Excited.
Glen.
Summertime.
It's summertime. Have you been
Yes.
on vacation?
Yes. Did a nice little vacation out to Colorado to stay with a friend.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I love it out there.
Was it great? What's great about it?
What's great about that is it's a gorgeous house that my friend owns. It's
Oh,
right on the
nice.
mountains. I love the mountains. The people are fun. There's hiking. The restaurants aren't too crowded. It's just a great
nice.
experience. Yeah.
We're out in
We're out in
Colorado.
Breckenridge. Out in
Breckenridge.
Yes,
Okay,
love
well,
it out
yeah.
there.
What's not nice about that? Place you stay really nice?
Yes, gorgeous.
It's gorgeous, huh?
Yes.
Beautiful views.
Oh, you've been out there. There's nothing like the mountains.
Colorado.
And you know, it's one thing to be out there in the winter and you're skiing. It's another time to be out there in the summer and hiking and whitewater rafting,
Yeah.
railroads. There's all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, we went to Estes Park, and we had the perfect place to stay. Beautiful mountain view, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
You ever been on a bad vacation?
Oh yeah, we have had a couple of bad ones. When we rented a house on the beach, we get there.
Yeah.
The house is not that nice. It really wasn't on the beach. It was a 10-minute walk to the beach.
Oh.
It was kind of in an awkward area. We were overcrowded. It just wasn't that fun.
Was it clean?
It wasn't filthy, but it just wasn't dirty. It just wasn't what we expected, and it was a bad experience.
Ooh, wasn't what you expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really all about the experience.
The experience, right, yeah, and it didn't meet the expectations.
Right, so that leads us to the question of the day. How do I create the perfect showing experience when I'm showing my home?
Awesome, yeah, so we've been through 23, 24 to 28, all getting the house ready to sell.
Yeah.
So now we've got it marketed, and we got on the MLS. Now we're going live.
Yeah.
And we're going to set up an open houses. People are going to come in and they're going to physically come and look at my house that I'm selling.
How do I create this perfect showing experience? So remember that residential buying is all about emotion. If I like the house, it's one thing, but if I love it, I'll probably pay you a bunch of money and see how many terms I can make all the much better than those offers. Right? Love it. So our job as a realtor is to help you trip these emotional triggers. Now, we talked about it, like Glenn said, all the way up to the door. Now we're going to open this door and buyers are going to walk in. All right, so this is important. I'm going to start out with a don't.
All right.
Normally it'd be a do, but I just got to tell you the don't. Because that's the first thing people do. You know what they do? They put those scented little plug-in things in their outlets.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, I know that aroma is a thing. And so they go out and they buy these things and they plug them in their house and it's all over the place. I just got to tell you that people hate that. Okay?
I don't like them either.
All right. The reason that they don't like it, it's not that it doesn't smell nice, although some people are very sensitive to odors, is that they just think you're hiding something. Believe it or not, that's what people think. So that's a don't. Don't do that. Now, we've got the house clean because we talked about that in our last episode of how to prepare the house for the actual showing. But once it's super clean, just make sure that it does smell good and you don't have any weird odors, okay? You're like, oh, is it okay to bake cookies and stuff? Yeah, you can do that sort of thing.
Usually when you clean your house, it smells nice and fresh anyway. It
smells pretty good, yeah. So if you have closets, everybody has closets, but in your closet, if your closets have an odor to them, maybe you have an older house or whatever, take a bar soap, like a Dove bar soap. And put it in the closets, put it in the drawers, put it in places that when somebody opens a closet, it smells really nice because it smells clean.
Your brain will get used to smells that somebody else that comes to your house isn't used to.
Yes.
So don't be offended. Take some of your realtor's advice, your friend's advice, and get somebody else to come in and say, does my house smell?
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Now here's the first do.
All right.
First do is keep the temperature nice. Okay.
Nice and cool.
If it's hot, it's cool. It's winter, it's warm, okay? If you have a second story, make sure that thing is cool. Do what you've got to do to keep that second floor cool. Do not, in the summer, right? Wintertime's easy because heat rises, but the temperature is important. And why is it important? Why do you think temperature is important?
You want to be comfortable there?
I want to be comfortable. I want to feel good. And I want you to keep the people in the house. The longer they're in the house, the more they're probably going to like it, right? You don't want to run them out by being too hot or too cold. All right.
Do I want myself, my family, my in-laws, everybody there to kind of make the place look lived in?
Yeah. Don't be there.
Don't be there. Right.
All right. Don't be there. That's the thing. Don't be there. here's a do, you do want to have all your lights on, all your blinds open, unless when you open your blinds, it's not a very good view, right? So if you're just looking out at something like a busy street or something that's undesirable, then keep the blinds closed or just let a little bit of light in, all right? Every lamp on, every light on, make sure the bulbs are all the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't have like yellow and white bulbs in the same room.
Gotcha.
Don't like it.
What about my pet Rottweiler? It's not too friendly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Don't have your pets running loose. Now, I know people have cats and they're like, oh, they'll just run and hide. That's fine if you want to take that chance. But take your pets out if you at all possible. If not, go to the very lowest level of the house if you can. If you do have a lower level, then put them in a crate in a lower level or in a room in a lower level. Try not to have them on the main level if you can avoid it, unless they're a nice little fluffy dog. But a lot of people are scared of dogs, scared of the big bark, all the things. So don't let your pets run loose, that's for sure. All right. Here's a little tip.
Okay.
Something you can do. You don't want all your bathroom stuff out and all the things, and maybe you have kids and you got toys. You're like, oh my God, how am I going to make this house look like it's staged in? Because you do want to make it look like it's staged. Rubbermaid tubs.
Throw everything
Take
in
a
there.
tub, throw it all in there. Get the kind you slide under the bed, whatever it takes. Throw them in it. Put them downstairs. Put it out in the garage if you have to. Right? It's okay. Yeah. Like, just throw stuff in a tub. Get it back out when you come home. Okay? Very simple thing to do. Okay. Here's one thing. Please make the home available. Just available to show. So, especially your first weekend, just plan on not being home. I'm just saying.
Right.
Like, don't tell me I can't see it after 4 o'clock. All right. So here's the thing. Speed wins the day right now in this market. And that means that everybody who's interested in your house, because we've had it coming soon for like 5 or 7 days, right? And you got this line out the door and people are making appointments right and left online, right? And so make it available. Let them get in the door. Everybody tries to get in the door the first day, because they know you might take it off for the first
I know
day.
when my niece sold their house, they literally took their pets and just moved out for the weekend. They left Friday afternoon, they came back late Sunday night.
Yeah, some people do that. They get a hotel room, they go stay with their parents, they stay with their kids, whatever it is. So you don't have to do that, but a lot of people do it so that it's just show perfect while you're doing it.
What about the agent's sign-in sheets?
Oh, yeah.
So usually that would sit on the kitchen counter, and it would just be a list of all the agents that had shown that house.
Yeah. That's a don't.
No.
So we used to be required to have this little sign-in sheet. Agents would use the little realtor lockbox on the front door, get the key, open it up, show the house, and have to sign in with the time and day. Well, the boxes already record the time and day to us, and they send it to us electronically. Since COVID, we haven't been required to use the sign-in sheets, and so you don't want to use them. When we did use them, I would give the seller a stack and ask them to pull it every single day. All right, because why? We don't want people to know how many people have been in. We don't want to give them information or not been in.
All right. Yeah.
That's right. So they can tell from the activity of when they're showing.
It's almost like a poker game, isn't it?
You
show your cards.
As a seller, this is not information you want to give away. So
I'm sure you want to put valuables up and make sure.
Yeah, don't leave your
valuables
valuables
sensible.
Up. Lock it up.
We touched on this, and I'd like to move over to the do's, but tell me a little bit about just the logistics, how it works. It's on a lockbox?
It's on a special realtor lockbox that only realtor and vendor partners that are members of the St. Louis Association of Realtors or maybe the Jefferson County Association of Realtors have a membership to. They get approved to have a code and a key. Actually, you can put them on your phone now. And only realtors can. They each have their own code.
Right.
They walk up to the door, open the door, put their code in. It shines, their phone shines at the box, it reads their code, and then it knows it's that realtor, sends that electronically to us as a listing agent.
So you know.
And then the bottom of the box comes out, and boom, there's a key in it. So it's not a combination box. You're not giving a combination to people. I don't advise using combination boxes on
and that realtor is going to be responsible for her buyers, and you're going to have a record.
They're responsible to lock
up. So you don't need the list of something. All right. So what are some of the do's?
Okay, so some more do's. Use some marketing cards. So first of all, you're going to have some nice brochures out. The brochures hopefully may even go more into detail than you can put in the MLS, because the multiple listing service only allows for 1,000 characters. I'm just saying. So you may have more. I use like other notables Make sure that you have the system ages on there, on the brochures. Make sure that if there's things that wouldn't fit in there, people need to know that the seller's going to leave the swing set in the backyard, or they're not going to leave it, things like that. So you want a really nice brochure there. You want surveys. You want warranties. We have warranties on windows, furnaces, air conditioners, roofs, any warranties
have all those sitting out for people to
throw those in. Yeah, we throw them in a binder. Have a copy of the seller's disclosure there. If you have a neighborhood association and you have a newsletter, or you have something about the neighborhood party or pool, put that in there.
To the seller's disclosure, because some people might not be familiar with that. That's a form the seller fills out that just kind of tells the story of the house. Your
roof leaks, your basement leak, kind of electric do you have, kind of, is there any problems with your plumbing? Right. If you ever remediated for mold, it's a questionnaire, basically, the seller fills out.
And you're going to put that right out there in front.
And you're going to, we put it on the MLS as an attachment so agents can download it. But when people are in the house, they don't always have them with them, and so we put a copy in there that they can read and turn and read. And so that they can get as many questions as they can get answered while they're showing it, the better. Because the more people know, the more comfortable they are. The more comfortable they are, the more likely they're going to give you an offer. And again, our job is to collect as many.
And I remember the old saying, too, you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
No.
So you really want to be prepared, especially for that opening weekend.
That's right.
Great tips.
You can use booties, too.
Oh, that's right.
Have people
tracking up your
little
floors.
booties on
their
shirt,
not expensive.
Take their shoes off,
right?
Keep the house clean and people don't track stuff in, especially when it's muddy out, stuff like that. All right, do we have any other don'ts? Oh, don't leave any water stains.
Oh, that's important,
If you have water stains in your basement floors or
know,
walls or ceilings, make sure that you've cleaned them or painted over them. People hate water. They're scared of water. Right. Okay, so it just scares people. Oh, my God, the roof leak? No, it's 5 years old. That was old. Okay, so I don't care how old it is. If it's in a closet ceiling, please paint it.
So, and we left some surveys. So, how soon before I'm going to get feedback on what happened? I guess the ultimate feedback is I got 3 offers.
Right. And the ultimate feedback is when you're like, well, I had offers and all my feedback was good, but I don't have any offers. Like, you don't have any offers. There's your feedback.
Yes.
So usually right away, within 24 hours, you usually get the feedback. Right. Sometimes same day. If agents aren't calling you while they're in the house, that's usually a red flag. Right now, on your first weekend, if agents are calling you while they're in the house or when they just got done showing the house and they call your agent, that's really good feedback, and you know you're on target and that you're probably going to get some offers. Right. Next week, we'll talk about how to actually negotiate offers.
That's awesome. So we've gone through getting it in the marketing, and now we've got people are looking at it. Next week, I think it's even more fun. We're going to talk about now I got an offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, thanks. This is Glen Calvin with Guild Mortgage and
Angela Dillmon with the Dillmon Group here at Keller, Williams, Realty, Chesterfield. I hope you had some fun today.
Maybe you learned
something. It's a little bit of mental sometimes, but hopefully it was a good time, and hopefully you had a great vacation, and you had a great experience. And just make sure your buyers have good experiences when they see your home. Till next week.